T.F.T the fucking truth. We'll keep it real about everything. Let's talk about today. Let's talk about the new big man shooting threes. Nowadays, the new big man shooting threes is eventually gonna happen. You know, it's the evolution of the game. Like I said, went from point guard shooting threes, two guard shooting threes, to the four shooting threes. Like I said, back in the days, shoot threes, with Sam Perkins, Bill Lambier, a lot of powerful shot threes back in the day on good teams. Nowadays, a lot of powerful shooting threes. Like it went from Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, all these powerful to shoot three perfected their game. Not just low post moves, but 3-point moves now. So their scoring goes up, bring the defense out, makes it a lot easier, to get that shot off. They already shoot high as it is, so you can't block their shots. So just matter to get the little extra space to shoot, makes it that much easier. Nowadays, the bigs are shooting, the fives are shooting threes. Brick Lopez shooting the threes, Paul Gasol, with their brother, Paul Gasol shooting, both of them shooting the threes, matter of fact. Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, but as you can see, they're scoring because of these threes. Like Anthony Davis is the offensive leader right now. He's leading the league in scoring, him and Westbrook. And then DeMarcus Cousins is number 3 in scoring, so his scoring went up because of threes. He played a low post and he could pop out. So these are some dangerous players that put up points. They average 30 points a game just about, so they're dangerous. And the reason for the rise in center shooting threes is just the evolution of the game. Like you can see in junior high, high school, the college, you see these players working on their 3-point shots. The coaches are pushing them farther and farther out. As long as you make them, they're gonna keep pushing you out farther and farther. And that's just a new evolution of the game, perfecting your craft. Instead of putting the ball in the ground or putting post moves against good defensive players, you shoot an easy 3. 9 times out of 10, your defensive player is not gonna pop out on you. Your center is not gonna pop on you just because he's not gonna think you can make it. So these players are working on their threes nowadays, and this is the evolution of the game. That's all it is. And next, they're gonna be dribbling better. They're gonna be dribbling a lot better. Blake is like one of the ones who can dribble all right now. Blake Griffin can kind of dribble as a power forward. There's a few other power forwards who kind of dribble now that can shoot and dribble the ball a little bit and shake and bake a little bit. So, the evolution of the games will keep evolving, and the scoring will keep going up in the NBA. That is the better players of the game. They're getting a lot better, man. So, big up to the players who perfecting that game, who work hard every year, get better and better. I can't stand seeing players who be in the league and don't get better. They just don't get better at all. Like they just stay the same. Like most people like that don't win. They just constantly stay on the bottom of the charts, So, like I said, man, so big up to the shots to all these bigs who shooting threes. Joel Embiid, I like Joel Embiid. I think he's gonna be a great player. And Philly, man, they should definitely keep him well. I think he's you need shot blockers. If you can't defend the rim or spread out on defense, then you're gonna be in terrible shape. The way the game is played now is outside in, not inside out. And a lot of people think they still play like they still think it's inside to out, but it's the opposite now. Because if you notice the games, a lot of people drop their whole 5 inside the cue and the ball goes up, and 9 times out of 10 when your guard is driving, they ditch it out. But all players are already in the key. So 9 times out of 10, the players is going to make them 3-point shots. Everybody can shoot in the NBA almost. 9 times out of 10, everybody shooting in the NBA. You can't make it to the NBA unless you can shoot. That is the bottom line. If you can shoot, you're going to the NBA. If you can shoot the ball good, consistently, nice height, smart player, you're going to go to the NBA. But you got to be able to shoot the ball. And 9 times out of 10, if they're in the NBA, they can shoot. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, the evolution of the game, man, is evolving. And every year, like, the players getting better. The machines that we got, all the instruments we got to make the players better, faster, stronger. Even the IQ tests they got players doing, man, to make them a little smarter. You know what I'm saying? That stuff right there, I don't agree with. You just gotta be born with that stuff, man. Like, you gotta be born with the IQ. You gotta want to do it in your heart and in your brain. You know what I'm saying? teach somebody to have good IQ. They gotta already have it. You can't teach heart. They gotta already have that. Like them things gotta be. You gotta grow up with that. You gotta be born with that in you. You know, that will to win and sacrifice yourself to win. You gotta be born with that, man. You can't teach that. But you can teach people how to shoot. You can teach people how to use their form. You can teach all these things, the mechanics of the game. And a lot of these bigs are learning that, man. I think a lot of these teams are getting a lot of shooting coaches to teach these players how to get their form, and they're so much stronger that the balls will be pretty light in their hands. So it'd be that much easier for them to shoot long distance than probably guard. So, you know, if you see a lot of bigs shooting more and more consistently, and their form is right, they're going to make it just because the ball is a little bit lighter, and they can make them shots easily from that distance because of the height and their strength. So we look forward to seeing a lot of more big shoot threes, like Thor from Milwaukee can shoot threes. You know, a lot of bigs can shoot threes. Man, I like these foreigners that come over shooting threes. These bigs, so they spreading the court out, man. That court is spread out. Defense don't know how to adapt to it. These coaches don't know how to make adaptation to the changes. Terrible. They paying all these coaches all this money and can't fucking adapt to certain things. It's terrible. But like I said, man, you know, matter of fact, if y'all want me to coach, let me be a coach in the NBA. Let me be a little interim coach. I'll coach any team. I guarantee I make a little difference in that team, defensively and offensively. Because I feel like a lot of coaches are like robots, man. They just perfect things like one way and just they never can adapt to change. Like, you gotta be able to adapt to change, man. Basketball is played on instincts. Everything about basketball is played on instincts. It's not coordinated. It's not choreographed. It's played on instincts. Every basketball move is like, it can be choreographed from the beginning, but eventually it's gonna be instincts. The change from different directions, counter moves, all that it's all instincts, man. You can't change that. That's why it's such a good sport. Because it's based on instincts, you know what I'm saying? You can't just go out there and just choreograph it, you know. So, but let's talk about another thing, man. Since we're talking about this stuff, let's talk about the UCLA Kentucky game. I love when these teams beat these big top-ranked teams that got all good players. I'm glad UCLA beat Kentucky, man, because I don't like them teams like the Kentuckys, the Dukes. I get all these good teams and think that's going to win it all to be like ranked number 1. I love when a team that come in ranked number 10 or under or 8 and whatever and just whip their ass. Like, I love that shit. So, you know, like I said, and plus Alonzo Bell, I think he's going to be an excellent player in the NBA, man. He's another Jason Kidd. He's the type of player where he would probably have 15 points, 10 points, and probably 20 assists, 15 assists because he's distributed the ball so well. He's very knowledgeable. He got a lot of IQ in basketball. He's definitely going to do good in the NBA, man. Plus, he's going to have a lot of better players than he do in college. So, when he move the ball around, it's going to be a scorer. 9 times out of 10 is going to be a scorer with him. Once he gets his scoring up a little bit, shooting better, and everything. He's already tall. He played good defense, I think. So, he's going to be good in them categories. I think his best attribute besides defense is going to be his passing. So, he's going to play excellent in the NBA. If you want a true point guard, man, I think you definitely should choose him with the height-wise, defense. Forget the scoring, man, because everybody can score in the NBA, but can you stop somebody? That's what can you actually stop the defender? Can you stop the offense? Can you switch the offense? Can you manipulate the offense to doing what you want them to do? I always tell, like, my son that you control the offense. You could control the offense how you want them to do it if you really want to. And that's the same with them on defense. Like, if you really want to control their offense, you can. It's possible. You can do it. Trust me. But a lot of players just don't let the offense do what the hell they want to do, and that's why it is where it is in the NBA. Terrible defense in the NBA. But like I said, man, it's a fucking truth, man. I'm going to keep it real 100 every time. So comment me back. Tell me what you think, man, you know. And we can talk about anything on T.F.T. It's always a fucking truth, man. Always. Peace.